Hello everyone, thank you for being with us. We are very grateful to have you here. Yeah, today we come again. We have been seeing a lot of things happening here, there, and then. Actually, the Prime Minister of Italy has said something that has left shockwaves not only in Africa but also in Europe. I mean to the multipolar world, the new world order that is coming or that is being lifted, that is forming across the globe. So she said some big weight words about Africa. And as an African, we are concerned about the words she said. Yeah. Let me drop the video for you, then we go on. Thank you.
And gentlemen, the West still has a lot to say. The West still has a lot to give, but it needs awareness, and it needs humility. It needs to know how to argue. It needs respect for ourselves, an essential condition to respect others. And Italy tries to do its part also in this, to show the way I think we brought new bricks to Africa, creating a model of cooperation that takes away both the paternalistic approach and the predatory one. Instead, building partnerships based on mutual respect, on trust, on sharing, that is, on the ability to look each other in the eye as equals, to find together the areas in which we can make the difference and have mutual benefits. Because unlike other actors, we don't have second interest to usurp the African continent for the rich raw materials that it possesses, using them to grow our well-being. We are interested in Africa, prospering together with us, processing its resources, cultivating its fields, giving a job, a prospect, its best energies, being able to count on stable and dynamic governments. And we worked, as you know, through the Piano Mattei for Africa, that is, the strategy that Italy carries out together with several African nations to promote quality investments, large projects in the infrastructural, energy, and productive fields, and, above all, to enhance human capital, because training and education are two of the projects that we have launched. From the Great Center for Training and Innovation in the agricultural field, which will be born in Algeria, to the commitment we are carrying out with the APSI Foundation in Costa d'Avorio to reach over 800 primary schools and about 200,000 children and young people who live in the most difficult contexts. But what we want to build is not a simple package of projects. It is a new pact between free nations that choose to cooperate because they believe in the values of the centrality of the person, of dignity, of work, of freedom, and it is becoming a model for many other countries. I am proud that this model involves the best energies of our nation in a team play that brings together the whole of the Italian system, the private sector, civil society, the third sector. And it is proof that when Italy acts with vision and concreteness, but also united, it can make a difference. We have laid new bricks on the front of migration by contrasting irregular arrivals, by expanding the irregular ones in a framework of seriousness and rigor as had never happened before. We have done so because regulated and legal immigration can represent a wealth for every nation. But uncontrolled illegal immigration is a damage to any society. The point, here too, the point is that we are not interested in exploiting migration to have low-cost labor to employ in our production systems. We are interested in fighting the deep causes that push too many young people to pay unscrupulous traffickers to face potentially lethal journeys in search of a better life that our society can hardly guarantee. We are interested in codifying and defending the right not to have to emigrate, because it is absolutely true, what reminds us of a great man of the Church. like Cardinal Robert Sarra, when he says that those who consider immigration necessary and essential are in fact committing an egoistic act. If young people leave their land and their people, we ask ourselves, what will happen to the history, to the culture, to the existence of the country they have abandoned? That is why Italy, with this government, has played a role that I consider decisive, also to change the European approach to this challenge. Because if today we put as a priority the implementation of equal partnerships with countries of origin and transit, the defense of the external borders of the European Union, the strengthening of the policy of repatriation, the construction of innovative solutions, this is due to our courage, to our determination. These are choices that have led to a double result, as you know, to drastically reduce irregular entries, but above all, to reduce the number of deaths and disbursements at sea.
We'll be back from the video. That is what she had to say about Africa. She made it very clear. Europe must rethink its approach concerning Africa. Africa is a continent that has been left behind for so many years. African politics have been shaped by European countries, by the European powers, most especially France, Germany, Britain, and plus their ally, biggest friend or biggest man, US. So African politics have been intertwined in geopolitical games. So that's why you see regime changes, nothing is coming back. If there is a regime change in Africa, most especially Africans, we expect much, but we receive less. So this has been a cycle, just a rotating cycle, but with the same vision and the same agenda. Why? Because the politics of Africans are not controlled in either Lagos, in Accra, in Kampala, in Nairobi, in Cape Town, South Africa. No. It was just controlled by outsiders. They are the ones shaping our destiny, shaping what we have to do, setting rules on how they want us to go on and what we should follow. They are the ones that have been shaping all these things. So, but as the new world powers have been coming up, new powers have been emerging from ashes, like we see China, we see India. So these powers have also strengthened their muscle. They have shown that they can also play in geopolitics today. They can be partners of Africa. So Africa today can also have choice on who should they deal with. If America says that today I'm not going to deal with Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, yeah, it's okay. Mali and Niger and Burkina Faso will choose China, will choose Russia, will choose Turkey, will choose Iran. You know, today countries have options. It's not like in the 1990s. Most especially when you see most of the French, Western media, not only French, majority of Western media, they frame Africans as full of emotions. I want to address this issue. Africans are not full of emotions. Africans are also regretting the way you guys have been shaping our politics, our culture, our identity. We even reached at the time of losing our identity. Most of Africans even don't know their own languages. They can even assimilate themselves like white people, yet they pay a black skin like me. So this is the mentality these people have infringed on us. They have actually contaminated our minds. Our minds, Africans don't think anymore. But we thank God that the new world order that is forming, the bloc that is forming, Africans are also not downplayed. They are not also left behind. At least they can also have a say on the global stage. Yeah, we see countries forming new alliances. Africans also, they have done the same. We see new alliances being formed. We see countries changing approach on how to deal with Africans. Yeah. So Africans, some of Africans, I will not say some of African headsmen or state leaders have also stationed themselves as a big, let me say, how can I describe it? But they have also made it clear that they will not bow down anymore like they used to do before in the 1990s, in the early 2000s, when America said that today we don't want Muammar Gaddafi. Of course, Gaddafi will be dead like he did. But today, you will say that we don't want Gaddafi, and other countries will say, no, we'll defend Gaddafi. Which says that there is no more unipolar world. So the decisions today about other countries must be made with a very big contagious. So you cannot dictate terms today on other countries like we say.